So I'm out here at a job today in Revesby. The customer is with Telstra and he's going over from old Optus cabling to NBN. And he's called us out today to do a bit of a leading cable inspection because he had a tech out here the other day, probably a contractor, he said from Telstra. And the guy had went inside, he plugged an F-set into the socket. There's only sort of one socket they've got. And he couldn't find a tone coming in on the Optus cable. Now I'm just going to climb up the ladder here and show you what's going on. So I've actually got my F-set on this old Optus cable here, you can see. And that, we don't know exactly where that's going. So the guy went to one socket and then said, basically we don't know where it's going. And then he's just left and said, well, you need to locate where that's going. Now, as far as NBN contracts are concerned, from the point where it's coming in, which is right here, as you can see, this is the Telstra lead-in cable, okay, and that's coming in aerial across over to the pole over there. Right, nothing wrong with that, that's a pretty new cable actually, but they've got to put in a socket 1.8 meters from where that is. Now this room just here is his lounge room and where he wants his socket, so it's not even 1.8 meters from this point here. So NBN's supposed to do this. The tech who done this should get a rap on the knuckles because he should have just run a conduit down the wall, put a box on, boom, punched it through, put a socket on the other side, but he didn't do it. So the customer doesn't really want to have to pay for us to do it. So I'm doing this video today so he can go back to Telstra and get this tech to come back out and actually complete the job.